Just thinking of some stupid shit ideas. What I've known of for quite a while. I'll get to that one in a second. Elvis at my work, how that would go. I was just thinking it's becoming inevitable. You know, Rosie's finally making a few parodies and coasters in the flaming comments. Oh, you don't want to be doing bad things, Elvis. You shouldn't be making parodies, fucking yada yada. Whatever. Coast needs to wake up, but I think he's a bit too simple to wake up. Anyway, just thinking, it's coming time where Elvis is probably going to have to, in the words of Step Brothers, if you've ever seen that, "You're a mummy's boy who refuses to get a job." Might be time that he has to get a job. Now just imagine he goes and works in one of these restaurants that he used to go to, these Iraqi food restaurants. We'd have to send somebody in there to order a meal with Elvis as the waiter, put on a big dummy spit, and use some of the phrases. Custom made. Look at this food, it's cold. I'm custom made. This food isn't custom made, it's too cold. Blah, blah, blah. And at the end of it, it's time that Elvis finally gets his tip. And they hand him a big black dildo. Here's your tip. Bang, big black dildo. Just thinking that he'd be good. Turn up to work and take him there and they'll be saying, "Oh shit, oh now we've done it. Now you're going to be a ham and egger for a major corporation and a monotonous job," because I'll be honest, my job is a bit monotonous. But just going and picking up tins of paint and scan and press these damn scanner buttons all night, putting this paint here, that paint there, and it is for a major corporation. So you'd be feeling under the weather. Oh shit, I'm a ham and egger for a major corporation, slaving away in a monotonous job. Well, I will say one thing, you don't slave away in this job, and in fact the supervisor even tells me to slow down because we don't have much to do. So I end up sweeping everything to a ridiculous level of cleanliness. Hell, a couple of days ago they had the split system air conditioner, and it's down below near where the entrance to the toilets is. They've got the, you know, outer unit covered in dust. I got onto this thing and I wiped every speck of dust off the outside of it because there's nothing else to do except sweep, and I really had done enough of that already. Anyway, the pallet wrappers, American built. He'd get enthused because they're American built machines, and then we could get him on the microphone. They have the radio running through the PA system 24 hours a day. I mean, you go home, like I get out of there and it's like 9:30 or later, and radio's still going through the PA system. So we'll have to find that plug, pull it out, and then get a bit of Elvis on the karaoke going through the PA system. And then what we'll have to do is just like one of those little jury boxes or whatever, where they got the little, some of you might have seen this on antique shows, or my sister actually had a shitty little Chinese or Taiwanese made one when she was a kid. You got a little ballerina and you wind up the little wind-up piece, and the little ballerina spins around and a little song plays. Well, it'll be like that, except it'll be Elvis on a pallet wrapping machine. And we'll have him there singing with one of those cordless microphones like what we've got at church, and he'll be just going around and around singing karaoke on the pallet machine until his fat guts unbalances and he goes and just hits the concrete all of a sudden. And then while he's lying there on the concrete groaning, after his pants have fell down, I'll have to get the scanner out and I'll switch it onto a particular mode that'll tell me where the item is being shipped to. And I'll just keep trying to scan his ass over and over, and all those hairs on his ass. Well, at one point, I'm sure I can glean a barcode off it, and then, bloop, and then it'll tell me this order goes to such and such a place. So then we'll put him on a pallet, wrap him up, and I'll put the appropriate printed out sticker on there, and then we'll ship him off to whatever place that his hairs on his ass scanned out as saying where he was, whose shop he was going to, and he turned up at someone's shop all wrapped up in plastic on a pallet. Oh, I tell you what, you don't know how those characters even have any dignity in themselves. But as someone else said, I forget who it was, one of the common commenters said, there's a statement by, what is it, Frank Lange or some blooming thing. Egotism makes up for stupidity. It is so true in terms of old Elvis. I mean, I'm sure if he... You know, a lot of people say they met him in person and he's a decent guy. Now, I know that... I reckon deep down he could be a decent guy because he could be if he wanted to, but he's just too busy making all these pig-headed fucking rants and then turning around saying that I'm negative. We're going to turn this around, guys. You know, Link, go out and show me a bit of stuff of Fairfield, Sydney. What the fuck? I'm nowhere near Sydney. That's 1,000 miles away. Or almost 1,000 miles away. I think it is pretty close to 1,000 miles away. Maybe 800. And, you know, show us around Melbourne. And showed everyone around Melbourne and stuff like that. You know, not all parts of it, but the good parts. And, you know, somehow we're negative when we say the truth, but here he is with hundreds of hours of rants saying how he's going to pimp everyone's fucking wife on the Vegas Strip and all this sort of crap. And you got these little ferrets that are stuck in the full 1984 mode. Anyone that says anything about Elvis, you're trolls and you should be going to jail. I mean, I've actually downloaded one hangout because he had plenty of rants about me in it. And I never really saw the start of it, but I played back the start of it. And what do you know, he's there, you know, will the trolls reveal themselves? He's there saying that he's going to forward this, all the trolls should come and reveal themselves, and then he wants to forward this hangout to the FBI, fucking this authority, that authority, and the Department of Homeland Security, because essentially we are terrorists. This is pretty good coming from a fucking Iraqi. Yeah, we're terrorists. But we just turned a blind eye to 500 hours worth of rants. I mean, not 500 minutes, 500 hours worth of rants about pimping everyone's fucking wife and all this shit, you know, and anytime you want to be with a real man, walk out on your fucking husband and come for 60 minutes in the Lisa Marie, and yet you got these ferrets that actually believe his shit when he says he's under attack, regardless of the fact that he's attacked so often, to the point it's just like they are full 1984. To see and believe and hold both as equally true, contradictory statements at the same time. And that's where they're at. And you know who I'm talking about. One of them I just mentioned before. But he ain't the worst. There are worse ones. One of who, every time I see him, he just starts swearing at me straight away in the side chat. Not nothing, just bang, straight away. Fuck you, Link. All this sort of stuff in the side chat. But that guy, you know, he probably doesn't know his ass from his head. You know, and these guys don't. Otherwise, how the hell could you justify that? How the hell could you justify someone so slanderous and then stand up for him? You know, he wants the trolling to stop, It's not that the negativity's got to stop from our side, it's just got to stop from his side. And all he does is just make another rant. And it always starts off with, you guys are mean towards me, you guys ought to be charged, and, 25 minutes, 30 minutes later, it's all, we should pimp your wife, fucking, I should get your wife and shag the shit out of her, because then she'll experience a real alpha male, and fucking blah, 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 blah. And every one of these rants is 1/6 of, you guys should, not be slandering the king, followed by 5/6 of him slandering everyone else. Anyway, as they say, you make your bed and you sleep in it, or in his case, you dig your own bloody grave.